This episode is brought to you by GoHenry, the kids' money app and debit card that helps them learn to earn, save, spend and even invest their money from ages 6 to 18.
Honestly, I wish I had something like this when I was younger. My kids are always asking for money and half the time I feel like I'm just handing out coins with no lessons behind it.
Same, and it's so easy to give in, but I want my kids to actually understand the value of money, not just think it magically comes out of mum's purse.
That's what's brilliant about GoHenry. Kids get their own app and debit card so they can manage their pocket money and learn by actually doing, whether that's saving up, spending wisely or even earning.
And let's be honest, most of us only learned about budgeting and money habits the hard way. So this feels like giving our kids a proper head start in life.
Exactly. So Girls Overheard listeners, if you want to give it a go, sign up today at gohenry.com/Girls Overheard and you'll get £5 free pocket money to help your kids grow their money smarts.
The GoHenry card is issued by IDT Financial Services Limited, a principal member of Visa Europe.
Hi!
Before we get into today's episode, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, make sure you hit that follow button so you don't miss any of our episodes.
And if you want even more from us, come and join us over on Confession Sessions, which is out every single Wednesday over on Patreon. There's a link to that below in the description where you'll get even more juicy confessions and more chaos.
And this week's extra special if you're a Confession Sessions listener because you will get exclusive access to our merch drop even before the live show, girls.
Don't forget to send us your stories, dilemmas, embarrassing moments and anything else you want to see us chat about to 07428 957 885. Let's get into today's episodes.
Guys, look at us. We're in our merch.
We're in the merch. We've been talking about it for a while and it's finally on.
It is finally here. Although I do feel like a bit of a fraud because I'm in a colour that we don't actually have.
Yet.
But
Yet.
that will be a hoodie.
I do love the grey.
Grey hoodie is perfect.
Oh, it's
You've
so
got
perfect.
the grey hoodie, haven't
I've
you?
got the grey hoodie.
And what do we think?
Love it. 10 out of 10. Actually wear it all the time.
Have you washed it yet?
No, but I've washed. Listen, guys, I'll tell you the truth. I got tomato sauce on this.
Oh, not tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce, and I got the stain stuff on it. Got the stain stuff on it. Washed it. Came up like a dream.
Beautiful.
So they
I've washed this in a
fabulously.
bag. Perfect. Actually perfect. Do
And
you know
I've got
what?
the
You
cream
know,
hoodie.
you know they're good when the guys are like, can you get me some of them with branding on them because they're really good t-shirts?
And you're like, no.
No, represent.
Now, if you're
They
going out,
Support thy wife.
you're going out branded. You're wearing all the
Absolutely.
brands. You will also have to switch your backpack to some kind of tote bag.
Yes, sure.
And
Could you
I'll-
imagine?
I'll
them
take your
just-
Stanley and replace it with a Girls Overheard cup.
Which, by the
because
way, we've
you're part
actually
of the
got.
team.
These are the original Girls Overheard cold cups.
Yeah.
However, we have got new
Classic.
logoed ones coming.
We do.
And also pink tote bags. I'm just buzzing with all the merch. I really
Same.
am. I
Me
feel
too.
like we did well, guys. We picked well. The stuff's good. I'm just excited to see everyone with it now.
So
Me
if you're
too.
on Patreon Confession Sessions listeners, on Wednesday you'll be able to get the pre-sale. So make sure you're on there because we're
It's
going to put
limited
the link
numbers as
out.
well, by the way. So
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
once it's gone, it's gone.
Very limited. So this is the pre-sale. We'll also have some of the merch on sale on Saturday night for our live show in More.
Woohoo!
And then it's going out to everyone else after that. So that might be next week's episode. But get in there early for Patreon to get yours
Which can we
first.
also just add in right now that if anybody's coming to the live show and they have stories to share, send them in.
Yes.
No.
Send them in.
Send them in and say live show story.
That would be blessed
Yep.
because then everybody sends them in at the break.
Oh, it's
and
overwhelming.
And it's overwhelming because there's actually people, it's almost like we unlock something in their brains and they go, oh my God, I can send that story in.
Yeah.
And then we're pure frantically going, oh, which ones are the best ones? And then we feel like we miss out so many. Do you know what I've still got in my top drawer?
The
Dunno, tell
original
us.
cards.
I have got, no, I have got, it's a bulging drawer, let me tell you.
Oh, you're great.
And
Big bulge.
you're quite done there.
Yeah, sorry.
In my top drawer, I actually still have the letters from the Christmas show last year.
No, the
my
confessions
God.
to Santa.
The Confessions to Santa, which actually there's still so many of them that we never used. So maybe we should bring them back out.
Bring them out
this-
to
yeah,
the Christmas
this
special.
Christmas.
Let's do it.
The problem is people are at the show and then they hear everyone else's stories getting read out
Yeah.
and they go, oh my God, I've got one that's even better than that.
yeah.
So if
The
you
one-upmanship.
Yeah.
I know,
I
we
quite
love
enjoy
it.
But you need to just think of it now, send it in to us, it'll make your night so much better and there's prizes for good stories as well and you can also tell your pal's story because
the way,
what's there to lose?
there's
By
an
the way,
absolute-
do you know the best prize ever?
Are you going to say it?
We have got 2 zip halos to give away.
I literally
You
did it
don't
this
know what
morning.
zip halo
Same.
is. By
Did it
the
this
way,
morning.
Yeah.
Purely focused on, I actually put my moisturiser on my forehead first and I went, shit, can't do it with when you got product on. So I was just literally blasting my
the
chin.
jawline.
Yeah, because every single time I'm in here, I just retract and lose all muscles in my neck. And I think, I have a jaw now.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what?
took mine
See,
on
whenever
holiday, I
I,
love it.
whenever I feel like that on the pod episodes or on the clips and socials, I'm always like, but it's a universal bit of knowledge that everyone understands the camera adds £10.
It does.
It truly does. I've already told you before, whenever I seen Holly Willoughby in real life, I was genuinely jaw on the floor, shocked. She was the thinnest person I've ever seen.
Really?
So it was always like, Holly's so curvy. She was so unbelievably slim. And that's the thing, it's like versus on the camera. She was never
Yeah, yeah.
big on the camera at all. But I'm like, the difference in
Yeah.
real life, like the camera definitely adds £10. There's no denying it.
And we have 4 cameras, so that,
Yeah,
there's
that's 40.
£40.
Wait till you
40.
see us
Girl
on
maths.
Saturday night. You're
Yeah.
going to be shocked.
You won't actually
She's
see
so
us.
skinny.
Both disappeared. Invisible, if you will.
Guys, I'm struggling to laugh, right? Because we were in an abs class yesterday. We were in a, refine class.
Refine.
Doing mat Pilates, right? And see the strain. I feel like I bulked my neck a little
No,
bit.
I don't think that was mat Pilates. That was purely an ab class.
Just an ab class, yeah.
So there's
but
like
there was some
3
Pilates
different
moves in
ones.
it. There was some Pilates moves.
Yeah, like the ball one going up. Oh wait, see, before we actually jump onto the Pilates thing, can we just say, as we were actually discussing this morning at like 7 a.m, see if anybody's looking to dress up and these are coming to the live show, can we just suggest in a non-vain but also really encouraging way, please come dress as the 3 of us,
Oh my
because
God.
we would love to see what you take from us
I might be crying, so maybe
And
just don't
how-
show me yourself.
and how you portray it.
Yeah.
This is the thing, it could end up being very offensive.
It's not, it would be funny, it would be more prop like.
I will cry.
If you're Ailey, you just come with a big bag of stones.
Why stones?
You're so
Stony.
stony.
I'm not fucking stony. Oh, yeah, that
They
would
would- they
be.
would come
Do you
in
know
a
what's
box of
actually
tissues
it's
for
us
you.
last year, our costume last year, that's what it is. It's a Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
But you're going as us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
It's me too. That would be so funny.
And we've actually already revealed what we're doing.
We have
Charlie's Angels, come on. I think it's actually iconic, to be honest.
It's fun.
Lauren's so inspired that she fucking cut her hair off to be Camden Diaz.
To be honest, it's actually you've stayed true to yourself, because whenever Lauren is into something, she dresses to reflect it.
yeah.
So you're just really, truly, you should have been an actress.
I should have been.
You should have been.
You're method acting right now.
I am.
You're in the zone.
In
and
character.
you'll be her until next Sunday.
What a
Yeah.
hot character to play as well.
She's brilliant, isn't
She's
she?
gorgeous.
She is very
You need to
cool.
get the wee pants.
That's
We
my
have the red pants.
that's my favourite.
Remember, we all got matching pants.
Oh, can I ask for that for the show?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be Sarah when she said that she went out on holiday one year in a pair of Scotland pants and a t-shirt.
Who did that?
And you, Sarah.
Did she? God love.
God love her.
God love.
God love her.
She's the best.
We're actually all sitting here
We're all
with
sitting here
fresh
with new
hair.
hair. Yeah, that's hilarious. Lauren's went for the chop,
Out
looking
of the
amazing.
shop and used to have had your colour
Had
done.
her colour refreshed.
A wee
How
trim
good does
up
your
for
hair
Hayley.
feel after you've had it coloured though? Like it just
Unbelievable.
feels obviously when I was on holiday, I don't know if you'd get the same, right? I hate my hair on holiday. I hate the water.
Yeah,
For whatever reason, it makes your hair a completely different texture.
dry.
Hated it. So I literally had my hair up for like 2 weeks basically, and then came back and got my hair dyed, and now I'm like, oh wow.
I actually
Who
love the
is
colours.
this?
Wow,
It's so lovely.
you've got so much hair though.
Yeah.
It's full
You
secret.
do.
It's not as bad, like now that I've got layers and stuff in it, but it used to be so much thicker. I used to not be able to put my hair up at all because I couldn't deal with the weight of it.
Really?
Like it used to pure throw me off. It would change my centre of gravity, and I'd be like, honestly, I could never wear my hair up because it was too heavy.
Good job you're doing these ab classes
I
now to
know.
bulk the neck.
All I had to do before was just like lift my head off the pillow.
But no, we've all got our
Oh.
new hair. Joe, what was really funny about that last night, I don't know if I said this to you guys, but I told Sarah when I went and got my hair done, every female, not every, but like most female characters in his life, right?
Whose life?
Charlie's,
Oh,
were at that hairdresser's yesterday. My next door neighbour was in. I went. You were there. You were there. My mum's due to go.
Sarah's there.
His other auntie's due to go in. It's like it's the Truman Show for him.
Yeah.
How come every
Nice.
female that I know is going to this hairdresser's today?
It feels very Stenders like. Do you know what I mean?
It
Where you know all the
does.
characters.
Yeah.
basically Sarah is Dot Cotton and that's the laundrette we're all going to get our pants washed.
And we're all going
Yeah.
to gossip.
We are.
We're all going to gossip about each other. And like that's where the storyline is. I love
Yeah,
that.
very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
You
dun.
ain't my mother.
Yes, I am.
Oh, iconic. They just don't do them like that anymore.
Talking about hair, guys, tell me this. Have you seen
Oh my God, don't.
No.
the new Skims
No.
pants range?
You've not, have you seen, you have seen
I
them.
have seen it, but I really wish I hadn't. I genuinely saw that, right? And I thought, that's obviously a joke for Halloween. Clearly, that's a joke for
Right.
Halloween.
Do you know what? I have another look at this, right? Because yesterday I was watching a bit of Loose Women and they were talking about it, right? And it was that Nadia Swalia, is that her name? So anyway, she had been on years and years and years ago, basically saying, bring back the bush. Like, you need it. It's there for a reason, blah, blah.
Why do you
anyway,
do it?
what her argument was, right, that bar all the kind of like logistical bits right about it. However, she did actually call it she did call it a vagina, and I was like, Nadia, it's a vulva actually.
I know it's a
It's a
vulva.
vulva. And then somebody's obviously been in her ear because then she said vulva, and I thought, you've got a fact, you've got a Murray,
Anatomically
you've
correct.
got a Murray there
You
going
get a Murray shouting, vulva.
vulva, vulva. Anyway, what she
Murray
said
doesn't
was,
shout vulva all the time, by the way, just in case this becomes an HR issue. You know, like Murray just constantly shouting vulva. She's got that in her ear.
but basically what she was saying was that women have been so brainwashed women have been so forced by men who have been so influenced by the porn industry that you have to be basically, and as she called it, look like prepubescent.
Oh, it does make it weird.
It doesn't know because I mean, I'm going to put you on the spot here, Ellie. Would you like to bring back the bush?
I wouldn't, right? And it's too late. The lasers have been in there. It's permanent. Well, I hope it's
Dolphin? Do the noise.
It was such a
But
That dolphin sounds hairy. Liar! That dolphin sounds like it's a bit of a biker.
No, but seriously though, if there was no laser involved, would you want to bring back the bush? The last thing I want to see when I'm on holiday or something like that is a woman with loads of pubes. I don't even want to see men with like their swimming shorts on with like big puby things
No,
hanging
I know,
out of them
absolutely
either.
not.
I'm like, keep yourself trim, tidy. But no, who wants... Girls, are we bush or no bush?
And also,
it's a good
it's up to
question
you what
because
you want
you don't
to do.
know.
It's up to you what you want to do. But what I would say, right, the reason why we think of a cleanliness point of view is because hair is porous. Hair holds smells, right? It's different for guys to have a bush, right? Because hopefully they're not dribbling down onto the hair, right? See, when we have a bush,
Where's
we're
your
peeing on top of that. We're peeing through that. If you've got a bush completely unshaven, you're
Right.
peeing on top of those pubes.
Okay, sorry.
Therefore, you're going to smell a bit like pee. In the
Right.
same respect that if you've got hairy armpits, the hair can cling, the smell can cling to the hair,
And you can smell
then you
worse.
can smell worse, right?
Yep.
That's why I don't like the idea of that, because I just go from a cleanliness perspective, it smells like piss.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's the fact of the matter.
And that's...
And that's the case closed. However,
That's
what Kim said, Kim Kardashian went, "Do you know what we'll do? We understand that nobody wants to have the bush all the time, but see if you want to cosplay with the bush, we'll give you variations of bushes that we will attach to these mesh pants, and you can wear the bush."
But
Yeah,
one
but
of
you
them
could-
is like
David Bowie's hair.
I was going to say like what's the big snow guy again?
The abominable snowman.
The abominable snowman.
We need to have the albino ones too.
Yeah, but one of them is like literally you've got black, white.
There's genuinely one that looks like David Bowie. It's red, big mohawky thing.
I feel like if you're going to have a pair of those pants, right, which apparently they're selling it like, you know,
Can I
You
just
can
show
get them in
these?
fancy dress shops. This is what I don't understand though. Like, what are they charging for them?
They're also out of stock, which
I'm
is
telling you
absolutely
right
What's
now,
he
hilarious.
charging?
fact being a fact, see if I had a skirt on, right, and Chris stuck his hand up there and found that, he would be disgusted.
Yeah, I can
And
just imagine.
shocked.
What the fuck is that?
He would be the dolphin.
Right, here we go. I'm just going to get it right. Do you know the first search on this is Skims Bush? That's what they're calling it. The Skims Bush.
It's
Now,
just
let me
proof,
just show
right?
this because I'm going to put it to camera so people can actually see.
You can hate Kim Kardashian or the Kardashians all you want, right? See their business in itself,
Yeah.
it thrives. They could put their name to absolutely anything.
This is the proof. And I do sometimes wonder, is it a social experiment where she's
100%.
like, I'm just
It
going to
is.
sell that, and I guarantee it's her being able, imagine her pitching to a brand and being like, I just sold bushes
Now,
to
bearing in
everyone.
mind,
Guys,
right,
they're sold
that
out in every colour.
bearing in mind, right, that her brand is Skims, so it's about being a second skin.
Yeah.
It's about being so like streamlined to your body that you can wear it under anything. But this one that she's brought out is basically giving you a full padded front part.
Guys,
Oh.
they're £34.
You can get them for £1 in like a joke shop.
That one, right?
That
One I could kind of see as like maybe you and your man are feeling a bit dirty and you want to be like cavemen or something.
oh yeah.
That's a.
Woman has hairy vagina.
Oh, I was thinking that looked.
Sorry, Murray, shout it. Vulva.
That one looks more like a fancy dress costume.
Yeah, it does.
The up close is giving lice. That is giving head lice. Close.
No, it tells me.
That
Microscopic.
literally looks like, do you want a new carpet for your living room? This is like $34.99 per
It looks
square
like
metre.
fiberglass that you would find in your lawn.
Personally, I just want to know who's true to life this is. Because
I can picture the person that would wear that.
it's David Bowie.
Kind of. There's actually a girl on Instagram. I'm like, that would be her push. I'm not going to name her, right?
Imagine the girl seeing this instantly going,
She's talking about me.
And she's right. Do you know what it is?
it's a ginger
right?
bush.
See, with the Kardashians, it's almost like they always have to sell you what you don't have, right?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
push the whole like BBL thing, right?
Yep, that's
We've
so
got a huge
true.
arse and a tiny, tiny waist, basically impossible to get. So people started getting BBLs and then it became accessible.
Uh-huh.
And then they went, no, in fact, now we're going to be super skinny,
Yeah.
right? So now you guys have to try and get that. Then they went through the whole, we are lasered, every inch of us is lasered. It then became like a bit more accessible. People start getting lasered. And now they're like, now we've got a bush, but you can't grow your bush back because you got it lasered. So now you need to go and buy it off me. That's what she's
Do you
done.
know
She's
what?
went full
It's called
circle.
supply and demand at the
Uh-huh.
end of the day. This
And
is
they,
what she's
they
created.
control the whole thing.
They do control it all. It's
It's
actually
wild.
mad.
I was
Is
actually...
lasering the same as getting, like, see when we went and got our eyebrows lasered? Is that what it's like?
Yeah.
So, no, it's actually not because
Is it bigger area?
yeah, but it's not. See, when we get that done, that's almost like whenever that wee ping happens,
Uh-huh.
that's the same sensation as whenever you say, for example, you have a freckle, right? Which I actually do have a freckle right on my bikini line. See if that's not been coloured in with a white eyeliner. If that was to be exposed, any dark bit, it just gets it and it does a wee ping like that. But
It
it's
makes
not
you jump.
constant.
Makes you jump.
Every single bit.
No, well, kind of.
It's bearable though.
I mean, there's certain
Some bits,
areas
but
that I'm
also
just like, wow, that
That
must
was actually
really...
sorer than when I got laser done.
It depends on...
So have you both had full laser?
Mm-hmm.
I had it for 7 months. But I would probably go back again.
So
Because I've got wee patches on my legs. But like, I went on holiday for 2 weeks there and didn't shave my legs. And it's amazing. As a former really hairy girl, that is life-changing.
I think
By the
I
way,
would
Ailey
really like
actually
that.
donated to the Skims campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, you make your
Yeah,
money,
just
you know?
squatted over a bucket and shaved.
For years in the making.
I could have literally just shook my head.
You could.
know-
We all sat up from those mats yesterday, and there was like sweat on the mats. And that Ailey sat up, and it was just hairs everywhere.
know.
She doesn't sweat; she sheds.
I'm like a golden retriever. I'm
You
literally
are.
just
It's
like,
really cute.
sorry.
I'm carrying your love.
I don't know how I have any left, to be honest.
I know.
But yeah, Kim K, so she actually was on Call Her Daddy podcast. We were talking
I
about
am
this last
so
night.
excited. There's like so many different podcasts that I want to listen to. I want to listen to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to listen to Stephen Bartlett and Louis Tomlinson.
Roasted potatoes.
Stephen Bartlett, Rooster Potatoes.
Yeah.
I want to watch the Victoria Beckham documentary as well.
Yeah.
Also, Jamie Lang had on Professor Green.
Yes, he was good.
That's a good
Did
one.
you see he's like, is he opened something in Glasgow?
Who?
Professor Green.
Yeah, he's opened up a restaurant.
Yeah.
I really like him.
He
Like,
really
pure like him.
loves Glasgow though. He pure
Does
likes
he?
pure likes Glasgow. It's like a known thing.
Okay.
Talking off the bushes, this leads in so perfectly, right? So we get a message that was actually sent directly on Patreon.
I love that. I'm sorry, I could talk about Patreon until the day I die. It is such a good app.
It's so good.
It is brilliant.
So good.
It's integrated into our life so well. Right, all right, girls, here you go. I know that this is a huge ask, but if you ever happened to choose to read this and know what show that it would be on, I'd love to record it for facial reactions as she's hearing it. So this is actually, I think, about someone else. Is
Right,
that
okay.
She's a US-based fan and wants to send in a confession. Her best friend is from Glasgow and she listens religiously. So does the girl from the US. So this is her confession, but she wants to send it to us, right? So here we go.
Do you think Usher would give us the right? These are my confessions.
Yeah.
Just when I thought, sure, we'll DM him. We'll just say to him, if you're okay with it, don't reply.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But, right, so this is why it brought me to think about this, right? Because she then said, I love that the new Skims underwear just came out as I'm just finally sharing this with you. Lol. Love you girls. Thanks for all the laughs. Back in the early 2000s, one night after the club, my now husband and I, this is the friend speaking.
Right, okay.
This
But
her
she's
pal.
telling it on behalf
This
of
is
her
the
friends.
Glasgow girls' friends. This is the Glasgow girls' confession.
US friend.
But the US friend's telling us the story, okay?
Right.
So, back in the early 2000s, one night after the club, my now husband and I were messing around. I was feeling myself, thinking I was looking all sexy and seductive. Then, as he took off my underwear, poof, my big red hairy bush made its grand debut. The look in his face was pure, what the fuck is that? Because at the time, every girl was smooth shaven. Meanwhile, I was out here serving Little House on the Prairie, the Untamed edition. To be fair, I was raised by my grandma, so let's just say that she didn't exactly pass down the sacred art of grooming downstairs. So there I was, thinking I was all kinds of sexy when really I was giving National Geographic vibes, which didn't stop him, by the way. Later, he confessed that he'd never seen anything like it, and he offered to help me trim it. LMAO.
Why did I just imagine, like, you know how the triplets from Brave? That's just why I imagine on her crotch.
Yeah.
She also she put in the fact it's red as well.
Love
She's
that.
a gin.
Wow,
She-
big fire crotch. Good for you.
Oh.
So to this day, we still cry, laugh about it. And honestly, hearing him tell the story is 10 times funnier.
Oh, so he stuck around.
He's stuck at they're married.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love that.
That's
the bush
hysterical.
worked.
Question
The
is,
bush
though,
worked.
has the bush sustained?
I don't know. We'll need to ask my fellow Ash
By the
over
way,
here. Her
there's
name's Ash.
There's a girl that I followed years ago, right? And I just always remember her saying this. So she was on OnlyFans, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, no, she wasn't. It wasn't OnlyFans. It was actually, she was just a porn star, right?
Okay.
Can't remember what her name was, but she said that everyone always says that they prefer girls who are completely bald down there,
Yep.
right? But she's like, see if I was to put out 2 videos of the exact same content and one's with a bush and one's without, the one with the bush, it does 10 times better.
Yeah. It's the forbidden
Really?
fruit.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what it is. Guys say they prefer, but the clicks say otherwise.
Click. Click.
Click, click.
That sounds like something else.
Oh, yeah.
The bush is a very divisive thing,
It
isn't
really is. And I actually think, see, because people don't talk about it, we should talk about it and we should put it on the stories. But people aren't going to want to do the poll because it's not
I
fully
don't
in
care
on.
if you've got a bush.
Yeah, but I just want to know
Why
if you
would
do.
you care?
That's what Ailey's saying. People want to like click yes
People
or
might
no.
want to be like, oh, I don't want you to know about my bush. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So have people got bushes?
Have we?
Let us know.
Let us know. I mean, it is winter after all.
It is.
The legs are getting a wee bit hairier.
We're hibernating.
We're keeping an extra layer of warmth. Listen,
Yeah.
see, at the end of the day, sometimes a wee bit of stubble on the leg keeps the tights up.
It does.
So
It's true.
However, the
This is
noise
true.
when you pull them up. Velcro.
not the hottest.
Oh, it's
the
not
hottest.
nice.
So what's been happening this week then? You've come back your holidays.
Come back from holiday, come back to full autumn. Loving that.
You jumped time zones.
I did.
That's a weird feeling, by
Do you
the
know
way.
what we were talking about, which I actually want to put to the public as well, right? Because I was going to ask you guys this. So see, when we were away, I was away with, obviously, my sister, my niece, my nephew, the boys, my mum, Andy. So there was 8 of us. And the adults, apart from my mum who can't swim. Bless her.
Can't she
She
not?
can't
By
swim.
the way, it's a common thing. Remember, my mum went to swimming lessons.
My mum can't swim either.
My mum can't swim and she can't drive.
My mum went to
Just went,
local
"I don't
swimming
want to."
lessons for this reason, because she couldn't swim and she wanted to go to adult swimming lessons, and it's a
Yeah.
thing. See, if your mum was wanting to learn to swim, which I actually do think she would.
No, she'd have asked her that. I said, because I
Is she
said to her
scared?
before, no, I think she's just like, I don't want to go in the water anyway.
Oh,
My mum is very much, I'll sit at the side and I'll read a book and I'll watch you, and then I'll have the big towels ready for when you come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Do you
know what I mean?
nice and motherly.
do you know
Yeah.
what though? The saying is true of you can't teach an old dog new tricks, because I tried to teach my mum to swim and it was fucking hell on it. She had a float and everything.
It's because it's just,
I'm not a teacher.
It's
I have got no
built
fucking
in.
time for this.
I tried with the kids as well. I had to take them a swimming lessons because I was like, I can't teach you how to do this because I just know how to do it. Like, I don't know how.
Yeah, but
just
see, when you
float.
say
It's easy.
keep your hands like that and they constantly do that, I'm like, it's not fucking rocket science.
Yeah.
Glue them together.
But
See,
we
when I was teaching
paddle.
the kids to swim, it's different for your mum. You're not going to do this to your mum, right? But when
Yeah.
I was teaching the kids to swim, I know this is probably like off topic considering
Push
it's
them
like,
in.
yeah, first
Survive.
of all, but
I'll be
also
back in 5.
what I just literally held my hand because they're like weightless in the water. I held my hand under their stomachs and just told them to do the move, and then eventually I just kept taking my hand away and I was going, right, you just need to make sure you
Same
can
as
keep your,
riding a bike, isn't it?
you just need to keep your, I literally would hold underneath their bellies the whole time and then they learned how to do it.
I've not got the patience for it.
I don't have the
I've not
patience
got
for
the
it either.
patience for it despite being a teacher. Which, actually, did you guys see this? Did I tell you this?
You
Yeah,
are.
this is so funny.
You're
Everyone
really
thinks
giving
Ailey's a
classroom
teacher.
vibes, and I don't know why.
So somebody had wrote in on our like Q&A or whatever it was that we did once saying like, is Ailey still a teacher? And we were like, Ailey's never been a teacher. Where did that
Literally
come
never.
from? And then I was in up the strip, right, which is a bit in Albufera, which in the like the Algarve that we never go to, right? But we went there because Julia wanted to get her hair
Oh yeah,
braided, right? But it was the bit that we had went to
for the piercings.
for the piercings as
Yeah.
well. You only go there for a specific reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, was up there, went into one of the wee shops, and the guy went, I know you. And I went, all right. And I was thinking, you don't listen to the podcast. There's no way. Because it was like broken English, right?
Yeah.
And he went, I remember you from last time. And the only time I could think was, well, the last time I was here was with you guys. And I definitely didn't go in this shop. And he was like, you're from Glasgow? And I went, yeah. And he went, and you're a teacher? And I went, no, I'm a fucking teacher.
He's guessing.
But he went, you work at Caledonia University? And I went, no, I don't.
What are you teaching at Cali?
I don't know, but I mean, I'm like, do you think I look intellectual?
Am I a professor?
But why am I getting
Professor
teaching
Will?
accusations everywhere?
I know, because apparently she's got no patience for it.
I don't have the patience for it. Anyway, my point about the swimming thing was we were telling my niece and my nephew, and I was like, you guys don't realise how good you have it that the adults are all in the pool all the time, right? We are the entertainment. None of us were ever sitting at the side unless it was for like 10 minutes to dry off and then jump back in because the kids are shouting at you. See, when we were younger, that kids are in the pool, the dads would come in the pool because we would go on holiday with like all my mum's friends and their kids, sometimes like 3 or 4 families at a time, right? It was always a huge crowd of us. The dads would come in the pool, the mums would never.
The mums were doing their sunbathing.
They
They
would
were trying
sunbathe.
to get the best tan possible.
And they would shout you out every now and then to get your sun cream on, and they would give you a towel. They'd make sure you drink your water, whatever. But the mums were left alone. See, at the water park, the mums waited with the bags and the towels,
Yeah.
and the dads and the kids went, and we were all away. I'm like, we are so involved with yous, but it's pure expected. Do you know that way?
Yeah.
They don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
They don't know the struggle.
They don't. And I also said to them, yous don't know what it's like to be out until like 1 a.m. because your mum and dad and all their pals are having the best time of their life, and yous need to
Getting
sleep.
mad with it, and they're
Yeah.
putting 2 chairs
Yeah.
together and you're meant to go and lie on them.
I'm like, I'm taking yous up the road at 9 o'clock so you can jump back in the pool. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're
Yeah.
You're
lucky.
a, you're a dead good parent, Ailey.
What?
Is that what you're wanting?
what?
Is that what
No,
you're
that's
wanting?
not what I mean. I just mean kids these days don't know how good they have it.
You're right.
Because nobody does that. See, when you go out, see at night time,
Yeah.
you don't see the kids sleeping on the things anymore, and the parents like
I
out
think that's
steaming.
because a lot of people now probably cater more to, they'll go to hotels where they can do that now.
Yeah.
So the kids can run about feral or whatever.
I do think there's also a big thing about the fact that people don't drink as much now.
Yeah,
So
I think
parents
that is it.
aren't going out and getting absolutely smashed, even though it was just pure normal when I was younger. Everyone, that was their nighttime thing, is you go out for dinner and you go get
Yeah,
smashed.
because it was £1 a drink.
Yeah. But it's so different now.
It literally was. It was like £1 for a beer. That's why it was like everyone was getting mad with it. 'cause
I
it was so
don't
cheap.
ever, like, see, because it was just the 3 of us on holiday, mum and dad were literally like, I never went out and sat in a pub at night or
Did you
anything like that. No.
Oh,
But
maybe
my
this
mum
is
and-
just my trauma. Like, we used to go out.
my
and
mum
we
and
used to
dad
be
weren't
okay.
drinkers at all. Like, my mum can have like a glass of wine max, and then she's like, I physically can't swallow it anymore. I can't take any more.
No, I actually was telling Andy that when we were on holiday, I remember a specific, I must have been like 12, right? And my mum had started because I was the youngest and all the older kids who were like 15 or whatever were all getting Bacardi Breezers and stuff.
Yeah.
My mum was like, okay, you can have one. But she didn't know that my dad would also be like, okay, you can have one. And then his friend who's at the bar would be like, okay, you can have one.
So you were
I was
steaming?
smashed, absolutely smashed,
I
right?
remember that.
And I pure remember going back, and it was a heat wave. It was like 40 odd degrees and we had no aircon in the apartment.
Oh,
And we were
yuck.
sleeping on the balcony on the Lilos, right?
Yeah.
And I remember lying down and it just spinning, right?
No.
But I'm also trying to pretend that I'm not drunk. And then in the morning we got picked up.
Trying to pretend you're not drunk was the worst part of
Oh,
it
it's
being
so
drunk.
bad. We got picked up in the coach in the morning.
Oh no.
Waited.
Bet you did.
Spewed everywhere. Spewed in my
Bet you
dad's Velcro sandals.
Spew Vuitton
On the
over
way
here.
to exactly. On the way to the airport.
No chance.
Horrendous.
Do you know, actually, the Bacardi Breezer, I think everyone has got a Bacardi Breezer being steaming drunk
Yeah.
trauma, right? Specifically, the watermelon one.
Oh, yeah.
And your spew is bright pink.
It comes out exactly the same colour.
It's as if nothing actually ever happened.
Yeah, you could fill the bottle back up.
Honestly, I remember it was New Year one year, and I swear I think I was like 13, and my grandpa was like, "You can have a Bacardi Breezer." I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Because they thought it was advertised like it was juice.
It really
Yeah.
was. It was almost like Schlur, but a wee bit more
just a
alcohol.
Capri-Sun.
Yeah, there's like nothing in
just
it.
like a-
Yeah,
Also,
there's
it was
nothing in it.
different
straw in
times.
it.
Folk were getting married at 16 and all that, right?
Yeah.
Not quite when we were younger, but it was just different times. I feel like Jack at that age, because he's 14 now,
Yeah.
I feel like Jack a year ago, I wouldn't be offering him a beer.
No, it's so
It's
different.
weird, right? But when we were younger, that was like, it's fine. You can have a beer with your dinner if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I remember
Not
my
me,
grandpa
but yeah.
gave me my grandpa gave me a Bacardi Breezer, and I was like, class. But nobody knew how long I was taking to drink that. So I was just going and getting another one. And it was the same one.
Yep.
Because guess what? It was Costco. It was 24 Bacardi Breezer. That
Nobody
many
knew.
adults. No one's counting how many I've had.
Yeah, they're
I
all drunk.
swear to God, I must have had about 7 or 8 of them. Not even joking. I was.
It's because they're so fizzy as well,
absolutely-
though. It kills you.
it was just, I was steaming drunk. I literally couldn't see. And I remember on the way home after the bills and all that, I went to one of the neighbours' houses, and I'd never been in their house before, but I can remember how white their bathroom was. And it was quite big, and they had like a bath on
Not
the...
for long.
I was going to say
Right.
it was not.
It was then pink.
It's going to be watermelon in a minute.
They had a corner bath, if you remember it, and I was, no word of a lie, lying on the tiles because they were nice and cold. And my mum was like, "You need to get up." I was like, "I can't."
What's
I
wrong with you?
literally
You've had one Bacardi
I
Breezer.
know.
I know. Get up. You're embarrassing me.
I know. That was a grandpa that gave her that. I never gave her that. That's I can imagine, right? So I remember just spewing my guts up. I was sick everywhere. She'd cleaned it all up and whatever. And I remember actually putting a towel over myself and going, "It's fine, I'll just stay here. I'll just sleep here. This is comfy." Because it was cold on the bathroom floor. Awful.
Sometimes it's just the movement of your... I was never allowed a Bacardi Breezer. I actually remember being at my cousin's wedding, right? And I think I was like 16. In fact, you know what, guys? I'm thinking I was actually 17. And I said to my dad, now bearing in mind, right, we went all out for this wedding. I've got my wee coast dress on. I've been and had my hair done. I've got the matching bag and everything. And I was
All
like,
from Fraser's on a Saturday.
of course. However, actually at that point, Coast still had a shop
Oh, so you were
across the road,
close.
remember?
Ah.
And I remember sitting there and I was like, "Dad, please, can I have like a wicked?" And he was like, "No, you're not of age." And I was just
Of
sat
age?
there like, this is pish. This is so shit. Everybody else is drinking
boring.
at the wedding.
What
like,
age were you?
no joke, I was like 17.
Right.
Wait,
Come
let me work
on.
out. I was, because 2009,
Yes.
2008 maybe.
What a different life we all had.
I was just never allowed.
I'd had some of
And
my
I'm
best
literally,
nights by
do
then.
you know, do you know
I know
that
the
way? In my head, I'm sitting there going, I fucking smoke 20 Mayfair and drink a half bottle of vodka
Without
and
your
then get a
knowledge.
litre of cider every weekend. And
drink
you
under
won't
the
give me
table.
a fucking wicked?
No, not fair.
Yeah, and here's the thing: my mum wouldn't have let me have a wicked if I was dressed as nice as that. 'Cause she'd be like, "Oh, it's not very classy."
Oh, but would you have had
Do
a
want
wine? Would
vodka?
they have let you get a wine or a champagne?
Aye,
or
my mum would
something?
have let me have a wine. I would have been
Classy.
allowed a rosé.
No,
Definitely.
I literally was not allowed.
It's not
I
fair.
actually think more it was the whole thing of like, can't see. I can't actually
Yeah.
say it, because I used to see it with my pals every single weekend, and then in the wash would be like going out dresses and stuff. Mom would just be
La,
washing them and
I
hanging
can't
them
see
up.
anything.
But you never know. See if that story had went the other way and your dad had went, yes, you could have ended up with that kind of story in your
Yeah.
lovely outfit. spewing all
But I
over the
wouldn't
toilet.
have, because by that time I had been a solid boozer for
that's true.
about 5 years.
Tell us something that feels rude, even though it isn't.
Oh, right. Okay, give me an example. I need you,
Another
like,
example of that would be tipping, right? Hate the thought of
I
tipping. How much you
hate
give a tip.
Tipping.
Not
10%.
hitting the no button when they give you the card machine, but you want to say, I'm going to leave you cash. Do you know what I mean?
But do you know what? I actually would much rather if they came and it said on it like about the tip, I would much rather it says this tip will directly go towards your server.
Yeah.
Or this tip is directly going to the kitchen or whatever, because I might have a great meal, right? But my server's an arsehole.
Yep.
So you're not getting my money.
Yes.
But the chef deserves it.
But the chef deserves it. But actually, this like £5 for my 50 quid meal is then going to go in his pocket, the waiter's pocket.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's very, very hard.
It is
Another
awkward.
thing,
And on the cruises, when we were there, the tipping culture is massive on cruises. I don't know if you know that, right?
Is
But
it?
like huge. So actually what happens in your last night or your second last night, you get sent through like little envelopes, and it'll be like your stateroom host, which is the person that comes in and does like all your laundry and like changes your bed and all that kind of thing. So we had Pa, who we love. Pa was like our gran for the week when we were in the Disney cruise. Loved Pa so much. But she
What a
would
comforting name.
Oh, she's just, she'd be like,
yeah.
hello, Reed family. Lovely to see you. Your room's ready. And I said to her, I was like, Charlie can't have the, she said, did you like your chocolate buttons I gave you last night? He's like, oh, I can't have them because I've got a milk allergy. And she's like, oh, Mr. Charlie, I'm so sorry. And then the next night, she brought him like biscuits they could have. Like, she was amazing, right? Totally working for our money and more. Pa deserves a good tip, right? So it actually gives you these little slips, almost like you would get like gift cards in, the long ones. You would give that for one would be for your servers, some would be for your chefs, one would be for your stateroom host, the other would be for just like, I don't know, like general like cabin people, whatever. So you would get like say 4 different tipping wallets, and you could either put your own tip in, and you'd have to go on the app and say, don't charge me tips, I'm giving them my own money in any currency they'll take, whatever. So you would like put in like say your head chef, your whatever, and you'd give them their tips. But see, I was in the spa the day before we left, and there was another Scottish woman in, and she was like, what are we doing about the tips thing? Because it's so weird. Like, we don't understand that, because it's America's big on tipping culture, but we aren't.
Yeah, they carry a briefcase to your hotel room or whatever, and then you see them, like I'm talking about in the movies, by the way. I've never been to America, and it's like, here you go, we £20.
You're thinking of Home Alone.
Yeah.
Nice.
You get some chewing gum or something.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, it is like an awkward one to know how much or whatever. But yeah, the tipping thing it's awkward.
Very awkward.
Especially when things already like have service charges on them. So you're like, right, that's not a tip though. That's a service charge. Like, it is.
Yeah, a service charge is a tip basically, isn't it? There's already a built-in 10% service charge. So see, if that's on your bill, you shouldn't really need to tip then.
Yeah.
But you feel like you should.
But what we're going to Copenhagen soon, and Chris was like, by the way, do you know it's pure rude to tip there?
What?
Yeah, like some countries it is rude to tip, because it's almost the same way it's almost seen as being rude if you like go out for dinner and then you like start packing up your own plates. That can also be seen as rude, because then it's like your server's not working quick enough and you're having to work.
Oh my God, that's just
I
how
didn't
do you
even know that. I thought that was helpful.
No,
Also,
because
in
you might
some-
also pack it in a way that they can't carry.
Yeah.
That's true.
And also in some countries, it's rude to finish your plate. And in other countries, it's rude to leave any food on your plate. How do you know?
How do you know? There's no guide.
Right, I'll do a quick fire, right, and tell you some of these examples, because they're all so true.
Okay, right, go.
I could pee right now, but I'm going to wait.
Same. The monsters just trickled right through me. Trickled right through me.
Right.
I was going to make a bush joke.
Right through the bush. Right. Tell us something that feels rude but isn't. And you can tell me if you feel the same, right?
Okay.
Telling someone no, I can't, I'm not coming, rather than making up a whole explanation. Basically just say no to plans.
Oh, so
do you want to
go out for dinner?
No.
No.
Yeah, but just saying no is rude. At least say, no, I'm okay, thank you, I'm saving money. No, thanks, I'm actually
that's an
busy that day.
excuse. That's an excuse though.
But that's not an excuse. I hate this though. An excuse is just a negative way of a justification.
Yeah, it's a reason.
as to why I'm not coming.
That's what the rude thing is. It's rather than just going, do you want to come to that? No thanks.
Yeah, the question
That's
is
rude,
the
right?
question
Yeah,
is, do
that's
you
rude.
want? The question is, do you want to come?
No thanks.
No,
I don't.
I don't.
Right? No explanation given. No,
Yeah.
I don't really like it there. I can't really, but there's literally no, that's rude. People like, personally, I'm people like to know why.
People
Yeah.
need to know. Right. Asking people to take their shoes off in your house feels rude.
Yeah, it
Take
does.
your shoes off. They're bogging. Or you can get the fuck out. You're going to make this place
Also,
dirty.
I was mad for that whenever the kids were younger because I'm like, my kids are crawling on this floor and I don't like the fact that you're wearing your shoes around my house
Yep.
where my kids are walking around. But then I feel like I am totally contradicting that by then having 2 dogs that walk around the garden and walk in with their bare feet.
Yeah.
That's true. I've never thought about that.
So I'm telling you to take your shoes off in my tiles, but my dogs are walking about my garden. Fair dues, it's Ashley grass, right? But they're walking about wet feet in the garden and walking in my house.
Do you know why it feels weird or rude? Is because 9 times out of 10 people aren't really wearing like something like this.
It's trainers.
So they can slip them off easily, right? But trainers instantly then means you need to bend down, you need to untie them. And then when you've got that kind of bit where you're going, right, bye, see you later. And it's like that awkwardness of,
They're
are they
lacing
going
their
to tie their
shoes.
laces? Are they just going to shove them in and do them in the car when they leave?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
get it. It's not rude, but it feels it.
I think it's rude to also just assume that you're keeping your shoes on. If you don't know the person,
Yeah.
you just say, do you want me to take my shoes off?
Yeah.
Not chatting to the taxi driver.
That is rude. I don't like that. I think that's so rude. What, I'm just going to pretend you don't exist?
It is weird. It is weird. Because if
I'm
you're...
going to sit in your company, your personal space. I may as well be sat in your lap at this
Yeah.
point because I'm sitting in the front beside
Do you know
you.
what the funniest thing is though? Obviously I would never ever get a taxi myself, so only time I've ever really had taxis is with you guys, and Ash always does go in the front.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? How's your day been? And I instantly go,
Yes, someone has to do
10
it.
minutes of peace and quiet because Ash is having the conversation.
I just think it's rude. That guy's working all day. He's probably not. There's probably been 10 people before me who haven't spoke to him.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
But I do think there needs to be a nominated person. You, the chattiest of the group, the one who likes the small talk, all that sort of stuff, you can sit in the front. And if you're doing it, then we can talk in the back.
Yeah.
As long as somebody's speaking to him.
I think you also humanise yourself when you do this as well. I really think that is a thing. So see if I got in a taxi and I was like, oh, I got a really weird vibe off you. You're quite a scary guy and I feel a bit uncomfortable. See, as soon as I start having the conversation, I'm humanising myself.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're not going to try and abduct me.
Because we're friends.
Because we're friends now.
You can't do that. You can't steal my money.
Saying no to the charity people who are shaking the things.
Absolutely
Yeah.
fucking not. No way. Because do you know what? There's been so many fucking corruptions of them. They
Yep.
fucked it for everyone. No. Do you know what? My my mum and dad actually do donate right to a lot of charities that like mean something, right? And if that's my mum's best excuse, whenever she walks past, she goes, I already donate to this one.
Yeah.
And actually it's closed.
But she sounds like a liar. That's what annoys me about that. And she's not. It's
I
pure.
know.
It's pure unjust for me. Because she should be able to flash her card back to them
Yeah.
and go,
Yeah.
I'm a donator.
I'm a
she should
donator.
have her. She should have her little
Lanyard.
Yeah.
I'm a monthly subscriber to the donations.
Yeah.
The other thing I think is really, really cheeky is if they go, any spare change for the XYZ, and you go, no, sorry, I've not got any change on me, and then next minute they go, we've got contactless.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I've just said no.
you know
Don't
what?
force me to do something that I don't want to do.
I'm also not sure you're registered, and before I sign up to anything, I'll always like to check if you're on Instagram and I'll see what you're looking like. I'll also check you online as well. Right now you could be anybody pretending to be a charity, and I'm just no thank you. It's when do you know what the worst one is, right? And they had it in Bray Head once before, and it was childhood cancer. And it's when they literally say the line, would you like to help childhood cancer?
Yes.
And then you feel like a dick going, no. Of course I want to help.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not doing it in the middle of a shopping centre.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel right.
Also,
Yeah.
who's got change these days? It's
No, but like that, they then say, we've got a contactless
Yeah.
machine.
Or
And
you
I'm
can set
like,
up a direct debit.
no, sorry, wait a minute here. You're just like, you're pouncing this on me.
Yeah. I also don't like when they do it in shops. See, when it comes up saying, do you want to round this up and give this to charity? And I seen a TikTok about it, right? And it could be wrong, but it said that that's just a tax dodging thing. Is that right, Murray? Vulva? It's basically so that they can get their tax bill down, which is what all the big companies are trying to do. They don't want to pay their tax. So why should I help you
No.
dodge the tax when I could just give the donation myself and get my own
Exactly.
lanyard?
Exactly.
Right. Asking someone for money back when they've borrowed money kills me. absolutely
Awkward.
kills me.
So awkward.
That's apparently like a German, I feel like it's a Dutch kind of thing as well, where they're so forward about it. That so, for example, like if I'd went in and got you guys 3 monsters and I'd put it on my card, I would then immediately send you guys like a Venmo or something like that and say send the money to me. But I would feel like a pure cheapskate if I was like, you owe me 160 and you owe me 160. Can you transfer me it now? But they're pure
I feel
upfront
like that's
about
different
it.
because we spend so much time together, therefore it all evens out.
Yeah,
Because then
balances.
you'll have a shot and I'll have a shot. It's different. See, when it's like big items, like we're all booking a holiday, you owe me this and you owe me that. See, constantly having to chase for it, I think that's highly awkward.
Which is
Yeah.
a shame because it's your money and you've done a decent thing. However, I actually don't think it's a great idea lending people money.
Yeah,
No,
me
it's
neither.
really not. It's not. It's awkward.
See, if you genuinely need it, go to the fucking bank.
Yeah, get a loan.
Get
Do
onto
not get a
Wonga.
payday loan. Do not get a loan shark either.
It's a loan shark.
It's the guy. Do you not remember the episode of like Still Game? He was
Yeah.
actually a good loan shark. Has
But what,
interest.
like, is that just somebody, a random person, like, I'll give you a loan of money?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
and then it's
And
like
I'll break your
an
legs if you don't
interest.
pay me back.
Yeah, but it would be like interest of like, if you don't pay it back within the first week, I'm going to add on an extra tenner. Although it's never usually that minimum.
It's basically, it is like Wonga though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they'll say like, I'll lend you 100 quid, but if you're late paying it back, you now owe me 200.
Yeah.
And then it goes up and up and up. Somebody wrote charging clients, which I absolutely get. See, if you worked in a shop, or if you, for example, if you're
You're
like
a hairdresser.
a hairdresser and you're like basically friendly with that person chatting, and then you have to just be like, going to pay me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This wasn't real, this interaction. Now you have to pay me.
Yeah.
Because this is work.
This isn't for free.
I'd just be
Yeah.
like, no, you can just have it for free. Sending back the wrong order at a restaurant, complaining in a restaurant. I had to do that on holiday.
Did you?
Oh, I had
What
to
was
do it
wrong?
though.
How it
Because
happened?
we all got steak, right? And it was like the most expensive thing on the menu, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they overcooked all of them. We all asked for medium. My mum asked for medium rare. You couldn't even fucking cut through them.
Shut up.
And I was like, I'm sorry, Steve, we're actually paying like the most that we paid for any dinner here
Yeah.
for this, and nobody's ate it, we need to say. And the guy was raging.
Yeah, do you know why? Because it's the most expensive thing that they have.
Yeah.
It's the most expensive thing to get wrong.
Do you know what? I think you're actually, in my head, I would go, if I can eat this, if it's not too wrong and I can eat it, I'll just deal with it, because see, if I send it back,
You're going to spit on it.
they're spitting in
I
it.
know. Well, I didn't want anything else after that. The kids had like finished their pizzas and all that, and they were on dessert. So I was like, I'm not going to order anything else, and obviously you're going to spit on it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Throw
yeah,
it on the floor.
they tried to just charge us. They said sorry, and then they tried to charge us. And then we went, no, you're going to need to take that off the bill, obviously, because none of us have eaten it.
To be honest, right, see, whenever we're out as a 3, me and Ailey find a lot of things rude or uncomfortable to ask, which is why we have mummy.
Yeah, I don't mind asking for anything, but this is the thing, right? I think that it's actually a pure important thing. Not that I'm saying that you guys aren't good at doing it, because you quite easily can do it if you're on your own, right? It's
Yeah,
just that
I do it if I need to,
yeah,
but
you have to.
if there's someone else that can do it, I'm like,
yeah,
you
so
do it.
you're quite capable, but I'm just the louder one probably among the 3 that would just go and ask anyway. But see, especially like my kids now, I specifically make them go and do things,
Same.
like order things in the shop. So for example, yesterday Ella was like, I've not got any paints left. I was like, well, if you get any pocket money, go and see if you get pocket money for I just think that's like, you should be using your money to do that. You have money, just go and use it. So anyway, I was like, Mum, we'll go to like Poundland. She had like £3 and she wanted to go and buy paints. So I just took her in the shop. She went and got her stuff. She went to the checkout. She had that awkward thing of like getting her wee purse out and picking her. And I said to her, I was like, after it, she obviously got her stuff and she got in the car. And I was like, good for you. Like, I know that sounds pure basic, right? I was like, how do you think that went when you're like buying your stuff? She's like, I do it all the time in the shop when I like go to the park and stuff like that. She went, but I do feel like whenever I'm like counting my money out of my purse, I feel like I'm annoying everyone else behind me. I went, what do you mean? And she's like, I feel as if I'm not going fast enough and that people are getting wound up behind me. I was like, well, absolutely not. I was like, I think that is one of the main reasons why people hate ordering. It's not because they don't like doing it. It's because they're worried about everyone else is thinking. So I was like, you take as much time as you need to get your money and to take your receipt. And I remember when they used to give you a receipt and then put your money on top of it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, didn't know what to do.
Whilst you're trying to hold your stuff as
Yeah,
well. You're like,
yeah. I remember that, but I was like, you take as much space and time that you need to do that. That is like, no one is annoyed. That is just in your head. But I think doing that at a young age is like a massive thing. I remember I used to have to order my pals' lunches for them at the like school lunch bit.
Yeah, but I was that pal, and I would be like, do you want a packet of crisps? And then they'd be like, yeah. And I would go, I'll give you my card if you can get me a packet of crisps and you can get a packet as well. because I just wouldn't go up to the front desk.
Yeah.
Purely because my trauma would be my dad would send me in to get a paper with like 25p because he knew the paper was 25p, and the sweat would be pissing off of me going, if I get to that till and they say it's 26p,
Oh yeah.
I will die of embarrassment, like actually embarrassment.
But you do know there'd be someone behind you that would go, that's a wee shame, there's a penny.
No, but that doesn't matter because nobody else existed at that point to
Yeah.
help. They would all just instantly tower over me and look and go, ha, ha, ha.
Penniless.
Whereas now I'm like so, like Jack is so independent, he's unreal. And the girls as well are so independent. We were actually, and I'm going to give them a really, really good rep here, guys. We were in Zara at the Fort, right? And Nora had seen these pair of trainers that she really, really liked. We were in there a couple of weeks ago and we walked past them, and we'd been out a couple of weeks ago, and Willis had spent, they still have Christmas money from last year, right?
Do they?
Yeah.
Shut
Wow.
up.
I'm not a toy buying parent. I'm like, you get toys at Christmas and your birthday. That's
Yeah.
your fucking whack. Like, you don't need any more. We
Bit
don't
of
have the space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Willis actually, she'd spent her, like, I think we'd taken like 40 quid out with us or something. Willis had got whatever she wanted. Nora didn't say anything, so she never spent her money. Anyway, she's seen these little trainers, and when we were in Zara, because she was needing a few wee bits and bobs for like the now, she's seen these trainers and she was like, can I get them?
Oh,
and I was like,
cute.
yeah, of course you can. So we tried them on, and she went, can I pay for them myself? But it was cash. And I'm going, right, okay. Instantly thinking, the bucket ones are card only. Need to go to the other bit, but then that says refunds and exchanges only. And I was like, all right, fuck it. So anyway, we went into the refunds and exchanges bit, and I was standing there with her, and she literally turned to me and she went, Mum, leave me.
Oh, bless
And I was
her.
like, all right, okay, I'll just go and stand over here. And eventually, first of all, right, she was so ready to go, right? And then she was typical
got it.
Nora, she was like that. And the girl was going, next.
She's
like,
waited too long.
Nora. So she went up, and the girl was absolutely brilliant with her, like so
I could
good.
just picture her wee face and I could cry.
Oh, she was lovely. Like the both of them are
And the
so
desks are
independent.
quite high.
Oh, that was her. She was like this. So the girl said, I think they were.
Where are the children's books?
Yeah, I was literally
Why
at
is she
Matilda moment.
Matilda?
So the girl was like, $29.99. So Nora handed over her 20, right? And the girl was brilliant, right? And she was like, I need that other one as well. And I was like, aye, nice try, Nora. Get the other one up. And she was like, hee. Gave it. And the girl put it in like a wee bag for her and everything. And she literally left. So she had her wee change. And I went, I'll take that, darling, so you don't lose it, right? And she literally walked out and she was like, this is the best day ever.
Oh, no, stop.
And I was like,
Oh,
yous are so cute. But I
cute.
make them order their dinners.
Yeah.
If they need-
to the person's face.
Oh, yeah.
See the amount of times they order and they're good at doing it, but they look at you. I'm like,
Yeah.
the person's there and they're like, oh, right, okay. Like, I think it's so, even Charlie, his doctors yesterday, he actually was like doing his, like, the doctor's doing the consultation and Charlie kept answering. He went, do you want me just to speak to him? And if he gets it wrong, I'll just like,
Yeah, you can just jump in.
He was like, how often do you get a nosebleed? And he was like, I would say probably like maybe like twice a month. And they were like, is it sore? Not particularly. That was his answer.
Love that.
He's so cute. It's so good.
He's
for
every
him,
old
though.
man. I actually got in the car and he was like, so how's Jack getting on at his new team?
He actually is an old guy.
Yeah.
We had
he's so funny.
We were doing that with Marcus, right? So he, like, at the start of the holiday was shy to ask for his own stuff, and by the end of it was overconfident. We had to rein him back in, right? So we were at like this wee dessert place, and just because of the table sizes and because there's so many of us, the adults were sitting at one table and the kids were at the next one.
Bless.
And I just saw Marcus be like, excuse me, can we all have a Sprite? And I was like, hang on, Marcus, going to ask me first before you start ordering the next round.
Yeah.
And it's the
That's so
fact the
funny.
waiter wasn't like coming over and just checking with me. Marcus was like, another round of drinks and another
They're
round
all
for the
the
kids. Okay, we have a dilemma here, which might be a talking point, so we need to know what people think.
Also,
Right,
if you
girl-
do love stuff like this, then they're all over in Confessions, which we're going to next. So
Yeah.
make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. It's dead easy to do. You can get it on Patreon or you can just unlock it in Spotify.
And
just
there's
whatever.
loads, so we'll try and like read them and we'll try and be quick with our answers.
Confession sessions, it is literally all stories
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
dilemmas. It's so good
You
if you
rep.
love the goss. Right, girls, man fan here. I need to know what the actual rule is for dads with daughters and public toilets. I've got two wee girls, 5 and 7, and if we're out without their mum, what am I supposed to do when they need the toilet? I can't exactly take them into the men's. It stinks in there and there's guys standing at the urinals. Ooh. I can't take them into the ladies, obviously, and they feel too young to send them in by themselves. And then the only other option is the disabled toilet, but technically we're not allowed to use that either. Is there an unwritten rule for this that I've missed? What do other dads do? Because honestly, there's no winning here, and it feels like nobody's thought about how awkward it actually is for us.
It's so awkward, and it's weird, right?
I've
See,
never thought
after the
of that
off the back of us talking about the changing room dilemma of like whether guys are allowed in when the girls are using changing rooms and all that, right? Me and Fra were watching that TikTok in bed, and this exact topic came up. So he was like, it's also like what you meant to do if I take Elle out to, like, if I'm going to the football with her and she's with me and you're not there, like, what am I meant to do with that? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I'm not taking her into the guys, because the guys are standing there with their knobs out. I'm not taking her in there. No way, I'm not doing that. I can't really take her into the women's, because they'll be like, why is there a guy in here? He's like, I always take her to the disabled toilet, which I go, then if someone was actually disabled and you use that toilet, they'd be like, why are you using that? Or if sometimes it's locked.
Yeah, true, and you need to get a key for it or something,
And he's like, if I then just send her into the women's toilet by herself, different obviously because she's 10, right? But that is different. But when she was younger, when she was like 5
and 7,
you're going, are you really just firing her in there and you don't know what's going on and you can't see her, you can't keep an eye? Like, what are you meant to do? Especially when they're even younger. If they're babies, there's no changing facilities from what I know.
That's a pure
in
big
the
one.
men's changing rooms.
No, there's
in the
not.
men's toilets, sorry.
But then 9 times out of 10, there's changing facilities in the disabled toilets. But I hate to say it, quite often the disabled toilets are filthy.
Filthy. Why?
Like, absolutely filthy. And it's such a shame, because obviously there's a large amount of people that have to purely use them. I actually seen, I love it. It's like, I seen a TikTok, and basically this guy was saying that his kind of take on it was, he goes to the entrance of the girls' bathroom and basically shouts, "Girl dad, girl dad," and that's the way around it. But then I go, take the people that had the pure issue with like guys coming in and looking at their girlfriends' tops or whatever like that in the changing room. Right, so that dad's standing there and his wee 5-year-old girl's bursting for the toilet.
Probably at 4 or 5, you still need help.
Buttons, even sometimes Willis will come down to me and she'll be like, "Mummy, I can't get that button," and it's like jeans or something like that, and I'm going, fuck, neither can I. Like, it's pure sticky. And then you go, so he's going to have an issue because he's bringing his child into the bathroom, but you're going to have a problem with him coming in and looking at his partner's top. Like, it's a very
it's doors. So then I go, actually, if I seen a guy, if I was at like Braehead toilets, for example, loads and loads of stalls, and a guy was in there with his wee girl and helping her go to the toilet, absolutely not a problem, because it's all doors. There's no peeping toms when there's doors.
Yeah, there is though. If Braehead toilets have got a big massive gap underneath them and a massive gap at the top.
Aye, but if you're doing that, you're specifically either standing on a toilet cubicle, which you go, pervert,
They
or
also need
you're
to have
looking
a-
under, you're literally on your knees.
Or a mirror.
It's not
Or a phone.
So it's not exactly like, it's not like inconspicuous, right? Whereas if there's those curtains that don't exactly move over, you could easily just flash your eyes over and just see a wee bit of
But
something.
I can see how it would be so awkward for the dad, because he probably wouldn't want to go in the girls. I think the best option is probably the disabled toilet. That's what I think. But also there is no full winner.
Can I
Do you know
go
what I
with
mean?
the other side of this? I've got Charlie, who's about to be 9 in February. He's getting to a stage now where he's like, I don't want to go in the girls' toilets for you.
Yeah, the boys say that to me all the time.
Right? Doesn't want to go in the girls' toilets with me. I'm not fucking sending him into the guys' toilets that I'm not allowed in. So what am I meant to do then at the other end of that?
Do you know what they actually need to do? See the see for an entrance of a bathroom now, right? Say it's a women's bathroom. If you go in and you go to the left to go to all the toilet cubicles, right? See at the right, there should be another little partition that should be like
A toilet.
like even like a family toilet. I don't know.
It is difficult.
It depends what mood I'm in as well when I'm thinking about it. Like,
the thing that you're doing with this, I'm not sending him into the guys. No way. There is no way I'm sending him in on his own without me to a guy's toilet that I don't know who's in there. I don't know if someone's standing there with their willy out. I just think that it's so uncomfortable, right? I don't like the idea of it because I'm not taking any chances. We're going in the disabled toilet, but then you're going to piss off people who need to use the disabled toilet.
Yeah, but the disabled toilet is probably used less frequently.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that it could piss someone off, but it probably wouldn't, and I'm sure they would understand as well. I wouldn't be annoyed if a dad came in with their child, especially if they'd done the girl dad thing. I'd just be laughing.
love that. I felt like it was a
Girl
pure
dad,
girl dad.
I'm okay.
Covering their eyes and holding her by the hand.
Just letting you know I'm safe. But I actually say to the boys, because of that reason, they go, I'm not going in the girls one. I go, that sign means if you're with your mum you go in the girls' one.
Yeah.
If you're with your dad, you can go in the boys' one. But I don't even like them going in the boys' toilet at all. Even if Andy's taking them in, I'm always like, oh, it's dirty in there. Just
And
come in the
also,
girls' one with me.
it's
You know
the
what
fact
though? The
that the
guys'
guys-
one's probably cleaner though because they can. Yeah,
No, they pee up the wall.
yeah, but it's urine is sterile.
It
But they're
stinks.
literally it's a urinal, right? So they're literally peeing at this one bit. I just think you go into the girls' bathroom sometimes, but and there's like pads lying about, tampons
no,
lying
make
about.
it
Like,
stop.
I'm sorry.
People are washing their moon
See,
cups in the
exactly,
toilet water.
like,
By the way,
I mean, to be
how
honest,
funny.
I would rather a urine infection than use a lot. Like, there's plenty of times I've been bursting to the toilet, went into the public toilets, and went,
Not
I
for
will,
me.
I will hold.
I will hold till the death rather than use a public toilet. So, did you see someone commented on our story about the moon cup thing?
What?
So this is the girl that had washed it in the public toilet bowl. The comment, which I actually thought, is that Lauren? Had to do a double take. It said, I actually just pee on mine to clean it because urine is sterile.
And on that note,
Urine sterile. That's just a little reminder. It's your maybe like biannual reminder that
Yeah.
you do urine is sterile.
yeah, there we
So
go.
it might be sterile, but I wouldn't use it for cleaning stuff.
Me neither.
But
Well,
okay.
if it's a toss up between your own pee and toilet water,
yeah.
you're going to pee on it.
Yeah.
You're going to pee basically. And remember, if you're trapped out in the woods and you're getting cold, pee on yourself. It's
To
warm.
warm up.
It's fucking roasting.
Oh, but then it's going to get icy when it gets cold. Anyway,
Right, we're going to move on to confession sessions, you guys. We hope you enjoyed that wee hour of us chatting. If you did and you've got something to add, then you can send us a message to 07428 957 885. We're looking forward to the live show this week. Send your stories in and we will catch you next week.
bye.
Bye.